I heard you say you were having a hard time loving others, and it may be because you're having a hard time loving yourself. It may be because you're having a hard time loving yourself. It may be because you're projecting. There are lots of reasons, but let's get into it because we're nice people here. Got my iPad here. Let's talk about it. My name is Anessa, by the way. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Tell me what makes you resonate with this channel the most. I love you, and I'm just here to talk to you. Let's get into it. First one, appreciating people from their core. We all cannot be the same. I'm sorry. There cannot be another Anessa on this earth. That's just not how it works. There can't be another you on this earth. That's just not how it works. And so when you begin to appreciate people from their core, at their essence, at who they really are, realizing that they are themselves and that's their superpower. I am myself and that's my superpower. That's a big key in loving people. They might know the shit out of you like your siblings do sometimes. But when I realized that my siblings are people and that they have so many unique things at their core, and I love them for the essence of who they are, I'm not trying to make them me. I love them. I love them so much because we're all such different people and we all bring so much to the table, but that's the most powerful thing. You love others at the core for who they are. We are not supposed to be the same people on this earth. Like, you can have friends, but your friends aren't necessarily supposed to be like you. Like, y'all can have a bunch of things on common because show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. You should all be lifting each other up. But in the end, we should all kind of have different interests. That's how we grow. That's how we network. That's how we bring people up, because we introduce them to other people, introduce them to a whole new world of things. It's being rich in this space, baby. Rich in qualities, rich in experiences, rich in what we bring to the table. We can go out to the club and we all know we all have a superpower. We all have a different super skill, which I love because we can all do something different and get our girl group somewhere there. I'm gonna just keep it that. The second thing is something I actually grew up with. My brother and I went through a phase where I remember this vision so vividly. We went to the village. We usually go to the village during Christmas. If you didn't know, I am Nigerian. I lived in Lagos. My dad is from Edo State, and so during Christmas we would go to Edo State. And I remember this so clearly. The lights were dim because it's some kind of fluorescent light bulb they used to use. Anyhow, we're inside the room and we were so mean to each other that day. I don't know why. My dad called us both in. He said, I need you to both stand right there. Both face each other, look at each other. And we both had tears in our eyes. I don't know why. I think we just had pissed ourselves off. And he was like, I need you to both say what you like about each other or the good things about each person. And he made us go back and forth saying the good things about each person. And so if you're struggling with hate, intense feelings of hate, writing down the good things about the other person may help you feel a little bit better about this thing. Usually, the reason we hate people is because we have intense feelings of love. Love and hate are the same coin. They're just flipped. They're intense feelings. Intense. And the only reason you hate someone is because you love them at some point, or you feel intense feelings towards that person or their energy. And so sitting down and writing down what you love about them, even though I know it might be difficult in the moment, is going to be such a powerful practice for you to grow into loving them. Even if you're in a group of people that you don't like, you're working with a team and you're just like, I hate it here, but you have to be there for your job, I want you to write the good qualities of what you're doing or the people that you get to work with. This one is a big shadow work one. This month, when we talk about love, loving yourself, loving others, loving the world, loving life, it is a lot of shadow work inside it. For this episode of shadow work, I'm going to realize that sometimes, and this took a little bit for me to come to, it took somebody else telling me this for me to realize how much truth there is in this. Sometimes the reason that you don't like others is because they show you parts of yourself that you try to hide, that you hate, that you have not dealt with, or parts of yourself things that you want that you're too scared to go for, a lot of times you hate people because you are projecting. They are showing you the potential you have inside of you. They're showing you things inside of you. And the reason you feel these intense emotions are because they're showing you things inside you. But you don't want to tell yourself that yet. You're not ready to face it. And so you take out on other people and you say you hate them. But rather, you just hate that thing inside yourself. I have found that when I take the time to do that shadow work, and when I take the time to ask myself what it is or why exactly I don't like that person, I usually end up figuring out, and it's typically something within myself that I'm hiding, or something that they're comfortable with that I just haven't become comfortable with yet. And I realize that it's me, not them. So stop projecting, baby. Stop projecting. Y'all like my hair? I like it. I just took my braids out yesterday. It took me 2 hours to detangle my hair. It'll be a while before I get some knotless braids in again. Okay, number 4. Put yourself in other people's shoes. So many times we can be selfish and inconsiderate of others because we don't put ourselves in their shoes. I feel like a way of learning to love others and seeing them for them and growing so much empathy for someone else is by putting yourself in their shoes. Imagine yourself in their shoes, and that is just self-explanatory. I think of it all the time. When I worked as a nurse, my patients, I would think of it sometimes. I'd put myself in their shoes and I'd be like, would you like it if you're sick and somebody else is treating you this way? That's not kind. No. So when you put yourself in other people's shoes, it helps you become a more empathetic person towards them. It helps you build love towards them as well. The last trick to loving other people is realizing that the way people treat you, they often treat you based on their reality. The way people see the world, the way they think of the world, the way they've experienced the world is the way they treat you. They don't treat you as they are, they treat you as their world is. And so when you come to the realization, you develop so much peace around the way other people treat you and you don't take it personal. You start to love them in a way that you're like, I'm not going to take what you're doing to me personal because I know what you're doing is a reflection of yourself and what you're going through. And so I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to find peace within myself because I know how you treat me has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. And I'm going to find a place of empathy for you as well. Whenever people are mean to me and I'd be wanting to hate, I'd be like, no, they're going through something. And this does not excuse their behavior towards you. This does not serve as an excuse. I said we don't do toxic positivity here. We don't do excuses. We do not bypass the hard work. No, we do it. You're just realizing that the way they treat you has nothing to do with you. It doesn't excuse their behavior, but it's just you finding peace within yourself. Because think of anger. Have you heard that saying that anger is like having acid in your body? It hurts you, not the person on the outside. So it's very key to find that peace within yourself to start loving others as well. Okay, babies. Let's wrap it up. Let's go over the 5 different ways that we can love others easily. Number 1, appreciate people for who they are at their core. We can all not be the same. We're all not the same, so appreciate people at their core for who they are. 2, make a list about the good things about the other person. Sometimes the negative may seem to overpower the positive, but in reality, it really isn't. 3, realize sometimes the reason we don't like others is because they show us parts of ourselves that we are not healed from. 4, put yourself in their shoes. And 5, realize people operate and navigate the world based on their own reality, not on yours. All right, I love you. My camera's about to die. Besties, tell me what resonates with you in this episode. You are doing so good. I'm so proud of you. Go forth and love. Go forth and bring love into this world. Bye.